So, what got you wanting to be a Globetrotter? What inspired you?
I actually used to play against the Harlem Globetrotters, James. In fact, they kind of got tired of me dunking on them, and they signed me over to a contract. My first year with the Globetrotters was about 5 years ago, and before I had ever came to the organization, I had never heard about the Globetrotters before. So I saw them on Scooby-Doo, and I saw that, there were these guys who looked like they had these superhero abilities, and I wanted to be just like them. But I didn't realize that they were real people. It was only later on that I learned who the Globetrotters were, and they were ambassadors of goodwill. And I'm a good person myself, so I've always been criticized for being a little too nice, and it turns out that the Globetrotters paid me to be a nice guy. So it ended up working out for me.
So you'd mentioned dunking on them. What team were you on when you were dunking on them?
I was playing for the Washington Generals. That was in 2010.
Well, that's an interesting trade, going from the Generals to the Globetrotters.
It is literally going from the worst team in the world to the best team in the world.
Wow. Cool. Let's see. How did you... so I guess that was your tryout because you had been playing for the Generals, that they saw you and they liked what they saw, so they brought you up to the team?
Yeah, they gave me a chance. After they saw me play with them a whole season, then they gave me a tryout. Into the tryout, I impressed the coaches enough, and they brought me on.
Excellent. So, what town are y'all in right now?
Right now, we're in 3 different towns. One team is in Kentucky, in Lexington, another team is here in San Antonio, and another one is in Columbus, Ohio, my hometown.
Nice.
So we have 3 different tours. We cover 320 games in 270 cities. So we're all over the place.
Wow. So who are some of the teammates that are with you?
Right now we've got Ant Atchison. I've got Highlight Bruton, Big Easy, Nate Big Easy Lofton, Flight Sign. We've got Handle Sprinkling. We got we have 4 females on the team this year. We've got Swish, we got Poops, we got Ace, and TNT Maddox.
Excellent.
And the grand total of about 30 players on the team with 4 females.
Nice. Yeah, I was going to say, I was looking at the roster the other day. That was kind of confusing, so that does make more sense now that there are 3 teams on there, because I'm doing the math, and I'm like, wow, they got a lot of players. That's got to be tough finding playing time, but if you got 3 games at a time, that makes sense then.
Right. That's how we cover so much area. So it's one team to 3 different units, and we're all over the place. And, we're just trying to spread smiles and put the joy on people's faces as efficiently as possible. That's why we're all over the world.
Excellent. So are you currently playing against the World All-Stars?
This year, yes. It's a team called the World All-Stars looking to take us out. And we've played them now a couple of times, and they're actually pretty good, but I don't think they're going to beat me this year. This is my 6th season with the team, and I can't drop the ball this year.
Excellent. Let's see. Who did you play college or high school ball? Who'd you play for then?
Yeah, I grew up in Columbus, Ohio, 2 hours north of Cincinnati. I played high school ball at Independence High School. Came out in 2004. Graduated and went to Tinton University. Then I transferred to North Carolina A&T in Greensboro, North Carolina. Played there for 2 years, and then I went on to play basketball overseas in South America. After doing that, decided that wasn't what I wanted to do anymore, and then found out that the Globetrotters paid me to smile and dunk, so I went ahead and took that opportunity.
Nice. So who is the Globetrotter on your team that does the, that's kind of the MC of the event?
The showman.
Yeah,
the showman of the event. That's Highlight Bruton on this tour, but the Cincinnati tour that's coming through there, that's going to be Ant Atchison. Ant Atchison is the showman for the tour that's coming through on Cincinnati.
Excellent. So that'll be the one who does the instant replay thing and all that fun stuff?
Well, we don't reveal everything we're going to do, but he just might be the one who has a bucket of water or a bucket of confetti.
Exactly. That's cool. So, with the Globetrotters and, of course, all the legends that have played there, have you got to meet any of the previous legends, the previous players?
Yeah, absolutely. absolutely. We just had some previous players come out to our game the other day, but also Curly Neal comes around every now and then, and Meadowlark Lemon, when he was alive, he still came to our game all the way up to his last days, and we really enjoy learning from the veterans. Whenever they come through, we try to just pull everything that we can, even the veterans that are on the team. We try to learn as much as we can and pull everything from them. But our coaches are also all legendary coaches, and we learn from them every day. So, yes, sir.
Do you have any games that aren't going to be against the World All-Stars in the near future? Because I know at times you played against colleges and pro teams and other countries.
Every year it's a different team that we play against, except for up to about 3 years ago when we stopped playing the Washington Generals consistently. They got tired of losing to us over the last 60 years.
Yeah, that's understandable.
This year, the entire year, we'll be playing against the World All-Stars. And next year, I'm not sure who we could play. It could be anybody.
So, do you ever play against each other, the Globetrotters, for fun? Like a practice or anything?
Oh, absolutely. In practice every day. We were just doing some shooting competitions earlier today, and a lot of times those will matriculate into, those will graduate into one-on-one games or
Nice.
3-on-3 or 4-on-4. Yeah, we do that all the time.
So, who do you feel are the best shooters on the Globetrotters?
Our best shooters on the Globetrotters, it's got to be, I would say it's between Cheese, Firefly, Swish, and TNC.
Excellent.
Those are some of our better shooters. In fact, they're so good of a shooters that we had to extend our 4-point line back this year. So I don't know if you've been to a Globetrotter game in the last 4 years or not, but we actually have 4-point circles, which are 35 feet away from the basket. This year we have a 4-point line. Now we're hoping that, maybe one day other leagues will pick it up, just like they picked up the other things that the Globetrotters invented, like 3-point shot and the slam dunk and the alley-oop and the 3-man weave. But we have a 4-point line, which is 30 feet away from the basket, and that's about 6 steps behind the NBA 3-point line. I'm here in San Antonio tonight, just looking at the NBA 3-point line and how far back the 4-point line is. It's really, it makes the NBA 3-point line look kind of like a layup.
Exactly. Wow, so that's kind of nice. And you mentioned Swish was one of the better shooters?
Swish, TNC, Firefly, those are some of our better shooters.
Excellent. Cool. So, with you're about, what, 6'8"?
6'8".
Yeah. So you're one of the better dunkers on the team, I'm guessing?
Well, I'm not just on the team for my dunking ability. It's really my looks. But besides that, yeah. They do call me Zeus because I dunk the ball so much. They say I got thunder and dunk, so they gave me the nickname Zeus, the god of thunder.
Nice. Makes sense. Yeah, because I was kind of getting that... I read your bio the other day, and I kind of had that feeling that you would be one of the more, better rebounders, stronger defenders on the team. So that makes sense.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and I'm just being humble. I can really shoot better than everybody.
Oh, cool. Well, as long as you're being humble. Sounds great. Yeah, definitely good luck in your future games. I appreciate you coming on the show and learning a little bit more about the Globetrotters and how, like you mentioned, the 3 different teams and how the process works. Oh, actually, 2 more. Actually, 2 more questions before we go. One, have you all ever played in Harlem? I mean, I know the Globetrotters have, but have you specifically?
I have not played in Harlem specifically, but funny story about that is we're actually not even from Harlem. A lot of people think that we are.
Atlanta, yeah.
We're based in Atlanta, but our very first game that we played was in Chicago, Illinois in 1926. We used the popularity in the late 20s and early 30s of the Harlem Renaissance to kind of springboard us into popular culture. We wanted everybody to think, Ace Saperstein, our founder, wanted everybody to know that when you came to a Globetrotter game, you were going to see African-American arts and entertainment on display.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. So let's see, have you played there? And what was, what's one story, shoot that, really summarizes your Globetrotter experience?
I would have to say the feeling I get every morning when I put on something that says Globetrotters on it, and I just walk outside, and somebody on the elevator will see me, and they don't know who I am, but they see that I have a Harlem Globetrotters shirt on, and it takes them back, James, to a happier time in their life when they went to a game with their parents or their grandparents, And, immediately they allow me into their heart and into their home. They just start, telling me the story about how, when they saw another white women with their granddad. And I think that's the coolest thing, man. This brand is so big, and the reach is so far. I mean, not just in the States, but internationally. You can go anywhere. You can ask somebody if they've ever heard of the Harlem Globetrotters, and they know exactly who you're talking about. And I think that's the coolest part about it.
Exactly. So it's about what you represent. A lot of times with college programs, they always say it's not about the name on the back, it's about the name on the front. It sounds like you all are living that. That's great.
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Excellent. Thank you, Zeus. Like I said, good luck with the game tonight. Not that you probably need any, but definitely, we're glad to have you on the show, and thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Ernest. Have a good day.